Am I recording? Yes, I am recording. Alright, you don't need to wear a mask, you know. Oh, you're doing the mask beard. Okay.
This is the SeoulPodcast, Driving in Korea. Please remember to like us and subscribe. I'm King Sejal, and here is your host, Joe McPherson.
Alright, welcome to Driving in Korea. This is Joe. That's Tim. Timothy.
Podcast number 2.
And we're
BK. I think we're in low gear.
You're right. Good call. We're in rush hour traffic in Gocheon
Yes.
in Gimpo-shi, trying to find the drive-thru Burger King in Magok-dong.
Yes.
Now that we started the show, I don't have the GPS in front of me. Where are we going?
Got it. 2.1 kilometers to stay here.
All right.
3-laner.
All right. Just tell me when it's gonna. Yeah, when it's gonna move. So, I'm gonna be juggling lots of things: GPS and driving and hosting a show.
Yes. Because you're Mr. Multitasker.
I'm a horrible multitasker. Know that for sure.
So Joe, refresh me again on where the term and word podcast came from.
Podcasting.
Yes. Where did it come from?
Invented by Steve Jobs. I think it came from Apple.
Okay.
You know, with the iPod and podcast, and it was a way to find more uses for Apple's revolutionary new technology, to get more people to adopt it. If people are able to create their own content and share it.
Like I said,
Apple system.
before they even had that term, I just understood it as like NPR talk radio, right? They were the kind of inventors of it, you'd say?
Well, they're just NPR just already had a system in place and it's just really good at it.
600 meters.
That's why I think that's why they dominate podcasting so much.
Right.
And they got lots of young people who are willing to do anything for cheap or for free.
300 meters ahead. High sign.
All right. So, yeah, podcast. Pod coming from the word iPod, because that's when they first heard it. So it's on an iPod.
Yeah.
iPod Shuffle, whatever. Cast coming from, like, broadcast. Broadcast. Okay.
That's today's etymology.
That's the name of it. Podcast. And podcast is, what do you call it when it's a video? When you're seeing something, not just
Video podcast.
Okay, video podcast. And then we did a Zoom one, right? The Zoom podcast.
Zoom podcast, Zoomcast.
Zoomcast with Flower.
Oh yeah. That was going with the Itaewon class podcast.
Right onto City
Yeah.
Expressway. Then high sign.
Oh really?
289 meters ahead.
Really? I'm doing that? Okay.
Was that your first Zoom podcast?
No, I've done some before.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking, like, I've been here 14 years. I've probably only saw like 4 drive-thrus my first like 5 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's just, I think it's a new concept for Koreans, right? That little stay in the car.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they like it. Well, what does your wife say about it?
She has no opinion.
Oh, Gian like it? Or
She has no opinion.
no opinion? Well, I think most Koreans like it. They just don't. Like, they shut down all the drive-thrus in Minnesota. Did you hear?
Oh, tell me about that.
Yeah, it's an eco thing. Because the people were spending they wouldn't allow in the restaurants, right? Because of the whole COVID thing. So they said, okay, people were coming to the drive-thru and then they're running their car too much. So it's polluting the air.
So people just can't get food at all in Minnesota?
There's like certain fast foods that I could.
Maybe they just do
Yeah.
I was gonna say do like Sonic do curbside service, but then you'd have people interacting.
Thing. Yeah, they're saying it's just damaging the air and all that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think maybe it only in St. Paul,
Yeah.
as I recall.
I think in Seoul, in Korea,
areas.
it's been a real estate issue. If you see, you go to Seoul, you see those buildings are so crowded. Where are they going to put a drive-thru?
Right. I've seen a few in the city, Starbucks.
I know of only one McDonald's drive-thru, and that's
Or,
near Arirang. It's near
I've seen 2 in Seoul, I think.
it's near the Sejong Center, Southern Seoul.
Starbucks, almost all the new Starbucks are popping up. Anything outside of Seoul has a drive-thru. Gimpo has 3 drive-thrus.
I know, isn't that funny?
Just Pungmu. I think Pungmu itself.
Pumudong has
Pungmu
3.
has 3 drive-thrus.
We only had one Starbucks, and then suddenly 2 popped up just this year.
Right.
Each one with
There's
a
2 with 3
drive-thru.
stories with drive-thru.
I've only used the drive-thru twice for Starbucks.
Yeah. I was gonna walk through it actually, just see their reaction.
When I first moved there, I was like, oh wow, cool, Starbucks with a drive-thru.
Yeah.
Never used it.
Yeah. I've used it before. Up in Ujambo.
I never go to Starbucks.
I took my bicycle through McDonald's one. Drive-thru. They didn't know how to react.
I did that when I was a kid. I did it with Taco Bell.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, what's your reaction?
Just use the drive-thru, please. To go inside the store, please. Something like that. When we were kids, it was cool we felt like we were the kids in ET on our bikes. And we felt that going to Taco Bell was kind of across town. So we rode our bikes across town for Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And to play video games. We were so bad. No, we were so lame. I wouldn't say bad, we were lame.
So yeah, the McDonald's people, they weren't too happy either when I rode my bike through.
They wouldn't care.
This is drive-thru. Well, I think the second time they got annoyed.
They wouldn't care.
But I wanted to walk through the one today, just for fun, just for the video, but too many people are watching and stuff. I think if I was a foreigner, I would have gotten, if I looked like a foreigner, I would have gotten away with it a little more.
No,
If you were
no.
filming me or something, I would have been.
Yeah, and pull out the foreigner card. Get away with anything.
Yeah, so how does that work? You don't think that works? Or
I don't like using it.
you don't like it? Okay.
I don't like I already get enough attention when I walk around. I don't need the added attention.
If you're like a YouTuber or something.
No, because I stand out in the crowd. I'm a tall, fat, white guy. So the drunk Ajishis go, "Hey, American!" Start yelling at me. So I try to blend in. That's one reason I've kind of liked the COVID thing is I can put on a mask and a hat and sunglasses, and people don't tell right away that I'm a foreigner.
Right.
So I can kind of go sort of
Especially
incognito.
with all these Koreans that are dyeing their hair brown and red.
Yeah, so I go sort of incognito. Especially during winter time, man. I can put on the coat and the hats and scarves and just hide myself.
So you like that incognito?
I want that. I crave that.
Okay. Interesting.
I get the pitfalls of celebritydom without the perks.
So yeah, I mean they're pushing, like we said before, they're pushing the drive-thrus and the deliveries due to COVID.
In America, not here.
Yeah, in America, but they can't. I think their delivery's gone up definitely, right here in Korea, shuttle and all that.
Yeah, shuttle.
Barago. And all
Food
that.
Fly, is that still around?
I don't know. Baragos.
That's an awful name. It's
Barago,
Food
Barago.
Fly.
Sounds like you're saying fruit fly.
Yeah, it's like patty. It's like umshik patty. Yeah, that's not good.
I'd like to order from Fruit Fly.
Food Fly. There's flies in my food.
I've never seen it. I've only seen Barago.
I think they got
Shuttle.
bought out. I'm wondering if they did. I don't know.
I heard some foreigners started a shuttle.
Yes, yeah.
Right?
It's run by
Canadian or
foreigners.
European guy.
Yeah, I know them. Yeah, shuttle works hard.
It's good for their business.
They're trying hard.
But the interesting thing is though, Korea's never. This is a note here. I mentioned earlier. Is Korea never shut down, mandated, and the government never mandated in Seoul or anywhere. I don't think all restaurants had to be closed, right?
No, we just the only
Whereas U.S. is crazy.
clubs have had to close down. Most of our restaurants did have to close down.
Yeah, eventually the clubs did. Churches did, obviously.
And game parlors, Noribang.
Right. But it actually wasn't even the Noribang until the one happened in Xinjiang.
Yeah, until, and that's the other thing. It's like things that should have been obvious to anyone didn't get shut down until actually something happened. It's like, oh, we didn't think that would happen.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And then
Korea
they
doesn't have a
had to
very
do that.
good estimate for
1 kilometer ahead.
Preventative
Keep right onto
measures?
City
Oh.
Expressway exit.
Do they even have that? Is there a term for that in Korea?
A what?
Preventative measures. Let's take preventative.
No, the Korea. Okay. This is where I get controversial, and I say Korea's not as good at strategy as it is in tactics. Not as good at planning ahead, but very good at fixing things after something's happened.
Yeah. Not good at logistics too. Yeah.
Yeah, that implies planning ahead, anticipating.
Hence, disasters like Seoul and crazy.
Seoul was a series of bad things.
Did you see that documentary? It was actually it was up for it was nominated.
There's a documentary?
Oh, so intense. They have real recordings.
I don't know. Not watching it.
Oh man.
No.
It's right off.
Nope.
It's intense.
No.
But it
I'm not a ghoul.
It was it was nominated up there with the same time during Parasite, during like short.
Oh, really?
Short documentaries. Oh, but
Parasite was good.
Parasite, yeah, overshadowed everything. So
Yeah, it should. Parasite was good.
yeah, it was good. Yeah, I like that. I like that director. He takes social issues, like he's not afraid to like.
Yeah. Well, that's also where I get controversial. This is the first movie of his I've liked.
Oh really? So you didn't like Snowpiercer?
Well, okay, I haven't watched Snowpiercer.
Oh, okay.
But I watched The Host, and I watched the Okja.
I liked Okja.
Okja. Okay, because it's he runs a lot of problem a lot of Korean directors have, and whenever there are foreigners on screen, it's kind of a Korean stereotype of how foreigners talk and behave. What I didn't like about Okja, that
Keep
script
right
was.
onto City Expressway exit.
Hold on, am I supposed to go? Keep right on the City Express.
500 meters ahead. 50 kilometer per hour speed
over to
and
the
signal
right.
violation.
Going here.
It looks like it.
All right, after this car passes me. They say the word fuck way too artificially. And one thing, and I wish they just had he had another run of the scripts by a native speaker or something like that. So someone to just actually rewrite it. But it just felt like Tilda Swinton just saying fuck this and fuck that all the time when she's giving a speech to investors. Just did not sound. They say when you learn a new language, no matter how much you learn
Signs
it,
about 100 meters ahead.
You're not
Drive
gonna
slowly
curse
at
properly.
50 kilometer per hour.
this is why I don't curse in Korean because I know I'm going to use it wrong. A lot of my Korean friends who are very good at English, still they curse at the most awkward times. I'm like, I really don't think that was a cause for the F word right then.
Right.
My friend.
This is definitely not the burger I was thinking of.
We're in Magok.
There's definitely one in. I really pushed the wrong button before.
Are you taking me to some secret lair or something?
Maybe I sent you the wrong link or something.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time focusing.
Oh, yeah. So, Okja, yeah, but I just like how he takes social issues. He's not afraid to throw them back.
Oh, no, that was good.
Yeah.
I mean, Okja was a little bonk over the head. It wasn't that subtle. I don't know, Okja was okay, but it's like, oh, the foreign scenes were all cringy.
600 meters ahead. Turn right.
And The Host. I don't know. The Host, I need to watch it again.
I haven't seen that one. I heard that was as good or better than Parasite. Some people say.
Well, it depends on the type of movie you like. Host is... There's no drive-thru.
Oh, there better be. Even on the short little map that I saw, it was like...
So what's this? Where do I turn right?
614 meters.
Oh, I'll make sure to count 614 meters.
This is definitely not the one that
Magok. This
I
is
saw before.
this is a newly built up area, Magok. Right next to Gimpo Airport.
Is this where that I think this is where that PC, did you hear about the PC room stabbing? That I gotta put that story in the in our
Was that recent?
year ago?
Okay, good. We're not in danger. Okay.
No, the guy was like running the PC room.
I never heard about that in Magok.
Oh, I think it was Mago, near Gimpo Airport.
No.
There's some PC room, and he got mad at the kids, the boys didn't clean up or something. Came back and stabbed the guys, the two boys or something.
Okay, I don't. Okay.
They were fighting at the PC room or something, arguing. Led to the stabbing. I think it was Mago, yeah. As I recall.
Well, Mago, it's like, I think it was a kind of.
300 meters ahead. Turn right.
All right. Oh, I see. Hold on, I'm gonna have to focus.
Definitely a closer one.
Yeah,
it's
this
giving
is
us time to
a little
talk,
bit
I
of
guess.
it's a little bit of an office park in this
It's pretty
area.
new.
It's a lot of logistics
trendy.
companies. Anything you order online,
Oh, really?
yeah, a lot of them are based here.
Oh. So they come from right from the distribution centers that we saw last weekend to here.
Yeah, last week I went and checked where we went on map history, and yikes, this is not good. Yeah, we were very close to the water when we turned around.
There's no lights here.
No, so they haven't. Unlike Pumudong, where they turned everything into a traffic light, here it's just blinky lights. I'm poking my nose out, and these people trying to get across too.
No one wants to give away.
All right,
No
come on.
such thing as give away here. It's doggy dog.
All right, am I supposed to turn right?
Speed bump ahead.
Speed bump ahead. It's gonna.
90,
It's gonna.
80 meters.
All right, gotta watch. I don't want to hit people.
Yeah, don't hit the people. It's very new here.
Yeah,
Very trendy.
I'm trying to find anything interesting here. It's like, nah, it's usual chains. Go chun.
There's an excellent. Not an egg slut, but an excellent.
Yeah, a lot of
It's excellent.
Egg Slut copycats came out before Egg Slut came here.
Nearing destination.
Are we now? If we can't, if it's not, I mean, we could try one of those Egg Slut copycats. I know where one is in Pumu.
Man, maybe my student hit the wrong button and told me the wrong.
You have arrived at your destination.
No, I haven't.
Speed bump ahead.
Where is it?
It's not here.
Farmer speed. What?
I knew there wasn't one.
What in the world?
Oh, there it is. It's not drive-through.
What?
I can
It's
check.
definitely not the one I was thinking of. It had a solo. It's out in the middle of nowhere, countryside.
Okay,
That's what I'm thinking.
let's go drive. I'm not. Let's just do it.
non-alcoholic Perrier is ready too.
Oh, thanks.
Paper straw. What's your opinion about those paper straws?
I mean, in theory, they're good, but it's hard to get used to.
Yeah. Especially the thick ones. Starbucks.
And
they
most
unravel. They look like a toilet.
a toilet paper roll.
Yeah. After they unravel on the big Slurpees, whatever, the shakes.
Okay, where am I
The big
going?
straws. Really terrible. Keep going straight.
Yeah, I go straight. Yeah, because the Hong Kong Park's over here.
No, hang a right. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
keep our eyes out for something.
Paper straws. In most cases, unless I have to, unless I really need a drink from a straw, I just avoid drinking from a straw
Okay.
because I'm an adult.
Are we going by the McDonald's drive-thru again?
No, I want to try the egg place.
Oh, there's one you said in home? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Is it excellent, like that one back here?
It's called.
Excellent.
It's called. Yeah, that's exactly what it's called. Yes,
That's what that one was called, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I saw. It's like excellent.
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Let's see how excellent it is. Excellent.
They might be closed.
Excellent.
Knowing our luck, it's going to be closed.
Oh man, I was looking forward to the BK drive-thru. Anyhow,
Sorry to disappoint you. Now you know how most of my girlfriends felt.
my students messed up or something. Gave me the wrong address. Even when I looked at the map, I saw the picture of the drive-thru. I saw, somehow I must have clicked on the wrong one. I sent you the wrong one. Dang. The map even showed it was just like not too far from where I was in school. Oh.
Yeah, Margot is in Seoul.
Yeah, I've heard that station, Bangkok Station. So it makes sense. Yeah, I've thought about it. So we're running just south of the Hangang River right now.
No, we're just yeah.
Just below it.
Yeah, we are south of the Han. Yes, you're right.
So there's the park on our right, Hangang Park.
Yeah. I still haven't gone to that one.
Yeah. What else is on there? Oh, I thought it was, interesting. Like I said, Korea hasn't really shut down anything major. They shut down the K-League for a while, but not it's back and running now.
Oh yeah, we have sports.
Yeah, with sports. They shut the K-League down for a while, then it was the first one back up before MLB.
Yeah.
The K-League baseball.
And
the soccer's back.
And I didn't notice.
Yeah. But did you notice the story with the textiles they used in the...
Oh yeah, I know that.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I'm not sharp on the sports. Do not tune into this show if you're interested in sports. I shall not do well in that department.
That's all right.
If you want to talk about, random Star Wars discussion, yes, then tune in. Oh
so
my!
Just after the suicide thing we talked about last time. What, last week the mayor gets Seoul mayor.
Yeah.
Seoul mayor.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Wow. A week later, 2 weeks later, after that girl.
What more to say about suicide in Korea? It's
1 kilometer, turn right.
I think it's extreme. It's kind of a land of extremes. What I found.
You know what?
There's no middle.
There's a book called Korea Unmasked. It's written by a Korean cartoonist, and that's how he described Korean culture. It's a land of extremes.
Really? Yeah. That's my observation in the last 14 years.
Yeah. The middle ground does not exist.
That's what my recent observation last year or so is. That's why the kids are so berserk and crazy, because they're contained in school and education behind a desk for so long, so that energy is released like 20 times, right, than the normal.
Yeah,
when they get up.
it's just because there's no outlet for all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's no, I was not big into sports in school, but my goodness, I mean, imagine how it would be if the kids had actual physical extracurricular activities, sports.
But when I ask my students, what's your favorite, subject? PE. Most of them are PE. So
Really?
They really love it. Yeah.
Huh?
They hate the math. They hate the.
They hate English.
They like art. They like PE. So, but they're being pushed by their parents to. Yes. You need to do this.
Because
8th grade math when you're 3rd grade.
Because physical activity, that's not going to affect you getting into Samsung.
And I think that's why they like. That's why they party too. Like after working, because they're set behind in a cubicle for 8 or 10 hours. So they release it.
Yeah.
They go out.
Yeah.
And they're kind of used to it, because right now my school does it. We call this thing called Yaja. It's after school tutoring. So they're just used to that thing. Just staying around. Working a whole day of school, doing an after school thing till 9 o'clock. Middle schoolers will stay there till 9 o'clock.
What?
Like, no.
Doing what?
7th graders studying.
I was studying.
Till 9 p.m. Oh, so they're there 8:30 or 9 to 9, 12 hours.
That's awful. I thought they were trying to curtail that.
It's not, by law, they can still stay out till 10, I think.
Till
In
10.
Gyeonggi-do. It used to be midnight when I came. in
Yeah, it
Gyeonggi-do,
was midnight. Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah, I'd be getting home from drinking and on the bus, and there'd be students on the bus after midnight.
Oh. So someone would get detention until like 1 a.m.
Oh my goodness.
And they go home, get home at 2, come back, go to their school by 8, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I think that's why they had that mentality already built into them to go out and party, drink after work.
Well, if you're denied something, then you're going to be like,
It's like they earned it.
glass of water in the desert. I think that's also why Americans have an issue with overindulging in alcohol, is because the drinking age is 21 rather than 18 or 16 or 19 in most other countries. And there's not an overall culture of restraint. It's always drinking as medication rather than enjoyment.
Medicinal purposes.
Like I lived in Germany, and you learn how to drink, and you become drinking age before you become driving age. So you learn how to control your drink before you get behind the wheel of a car.
500 meters, turn right.
I want to turn right. This car will not let me in. All right, thank you.
Yeah, do a little happy flash. The happy thank you flash.
I don't want to do it.
He did it for you for letting him in. Did you notice?
Well, no.
That's a funny thing.
So what? I'm antisocial.
They don't use the happy flashers.
I do. I mean, I'll do.
No, but what's funny is they don't use it when they're blocking. They park somewhere and they're running to get a coffee, but they'll put them on. Remember to put them on.
hazard lights. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, the happy
Jennifer, the one of our former co-hosts, she says hazard lights.
Accident-prone area up ahead.
Oh, great.
Please drive safely.
Thank you. Yeah.
In 300 meters, turn
No.
right.
Oh, I was gonna say, please drive safely in 300 meters. I'm like, all right. No, she said the hazard lights mean I'm about to do something illegal.
500 meters, safe driving on
See,
Grace
right here.
School zone.
Like park somewhere
Drive slowly.
randomly. Oh, maybe he's warning you that there's someone's ahead of you. I'd go for about a year. Interesting the way they use
Turn right.
their
No.
flashers.
Oh, I know where I'm going. Okay, hold on.
100 meters. So, yeah, that bear thing is really weird, messed up.
Yeah, I kind of discussed it on the previous
Oh, you
show.
did? Okay. Move on to the next one.
It's. I don't know. I mean, have you heard anything? Any insights on how people feel about that?
No. I mean, my students.
And your students, what do they think?
They just feel like, it's sad and it's wrong, but it's just the way Korea deals with things. And it's just sad that so many leaders. We have two presidents in prison.
One committed suicide.
One committed suicide or was murdered. Now we have a mayor, Seoul mayor, who is on his way to being president,
Yeah.
supposedly.
I don't think he would have made it though.
Because his personal assistant.
No, I just think I think his star was going away a bit. He was good as Seoul mayor, but I had a feeling he wasn't going to be that strong of a presidential candidate.
I heard he started out as like an NGO guy.
Yeah, he was a human rights lawyer, and he successfully litigated Korea's first sexual harassment suit. Ironic.
Wow. But I think some of these, I don't know if the Koreans are doing it as much though. I mean, the whole hashtag Me Too thing, they're kind of jumping on board with that. So it's creating a lot more allegations.
I'm hoping so. I mean, Me Too.
Yeah.
Me Too has a different meaning here.
They
It feels
need
like.
it. Yeah, they need it. Especially in this
And
society.
it's systemic. The harassment systemic.
Yes. Segueing into systemic.
Yeah.
Systemic racism. Black Lives Matter.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they protested. They were down on that same weekend.
Yeah.
So there's some foreigners, but I think they're protesting for other rights too. Saw the LGBT community down there.
Oh, so there are Black Lives Matter protest here recently?
A month ago.
Oh, a month ago. Yeah, there was that,
Yeah.
and came and went. That was in Myeongdong.
Well, that was interesting, given the fact that most people think that they're racist and this and that. So they're foreigners and Koreans both backing them up. But by law, foreigners are not supposed to protest. Right?
No. I think that's misunderstood. You're not really supposed to like go into political activity, like start a political party, start. You're not supposed to organize things.
Okay. You can be part of one.
Yeah. And besides, what are they going to do? Are they really going to go after you? Yeah, we can turn that off.
You know where you're at, Joe?
Yeah.
Follow the bus. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I was down there at the Park Gune one. But I just wanted to see what all the hype was. I was there for the first 10,000, whatever it is.
Yeah.
1,000.
Jesus.
Oh. The candlelights and all that.
Yeah, I was there throughout the whole thing. And back then, I was worried that... I thought that foreigners couldn't protest, and then I was like, nah, it's not really something they can enforce anyway, even if they wanted to. No, we can't form unions and things like that. That's kind of what it means.
Okay.
Way back 2008, when they were trying to start ATEC, before the English Teachers Union, found all that information out the hard way.
It's interesting how the Koreans are allowed to travel to Europe, but America's off that list. Banned. Entry of the EU.
Yeah. So the EU is limiting the countries, and South Korea is one of the few countries allowed inside the EU because it's able to keep the COVID-19 under control.
Right.
That's been good. I can always give you the flip side of a lot of these things.
Korean numbers are going up again today.
No, slightly.
Oh, we had like 50 new cases today.
Today we had 39. And 16 of those were at the airport. Actually, if you look at domestic cases, they went down today.
There's a new one in China. We got a warning on that one. Oh, I just saw it on Iran News that the numbers are going up.
Of course.
And even Daegu, that church thing, 100 more cases came out of that.
Really? I have not heard of any clusters, but I looked at today's numbers, and domestic numbers went down.
Okay.
But maybe there's a cluster and it just hasn't come through yet.
I guess they're pretty upset with USFK, or United States Air Force. There's quite a few cases there in the American Army.
Yeah.
Soldiers, they're kind of upset about that we blaming America for bringing it on the base and all that.
Oh, that was a while back, though, wasn't it?
I thought I read recently.
Well, okay.
11 cases, maybe, in the Camp Oaktree.
Only 11 out of, I mean, how many tens of thousands of people there? Seriously?
Oh, 11 cases on Monday.
Huh.
That's what the long
Huh.
article just popped up. Not too bad.
I just think it's weird that South Korea is not really banning certain countries, but requiring a health check before anyone comes in from certain countries. Right now they add the Philippines and Uzbekistan to this list, but it's also Bangladesh, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and it's like, okay, why? I'm trying to wonder, are they really concerned about those countries not doing coronavirus, or is it because those are the countries that Korea generally doesn't like people coming into Korea from anyway? As in, I would say that the U.S. and Brazil kind of...
They're very discriminating.
I think U.S. and Brazil kind of have it out of control, but they're not on this list. But it's all the the Philippines and
Southeast Asian
and the South, Central Asians and stuff.
They're very
The
discriminating.
poor countries.
Trump would describe.
I just feel like this might be a veiled racism right there. Is why they choose those countries as opposed to other countries. I mean, and not include others that
Right.
don't have it under control.
No, they are very discriminating. That's why they don't even have, like I mentioned earlier, like they don't even have a EOE, Equal Opportunity Employer. That's
I was wondering maybe COVID. I think, see, the dark side of this is coronavirus has been the excuse some of the less savory elements in the government have been using to push through stuff that under normal times they wouldn't be able to push through.
Sadly. Well, they discriminate against disabled people too. People with disabilities.
Yeah.
They put them in little communities. Have you seen those communities? They're like people with disability communities. They don't even, they're not even like, that's why you don't see them around very much like in society. They're in these little communities. I've seen them in Yeongju, I've seen them in Gangnam. Yeah, they're all, in the evening, they're all going around on their wheelchairs.
Huh.
Oh.
I was not aware of that one.
There's a whole place in Ilsan of kids with disabilities. Muslim orphanage.
Well, there was an issue a few years ago, and it was actually in Western Seoul, around where we just were, where residents there were up in arms because a school for the deaf or for the mentally handicapped was going to be built there, and the residents did not want it there because they didn't want their property rates to go down.
Oh, goes McDonald's. It's okay.
I said we're going to the egg place.
Oh yeah. Do they have dinner? Like an actual dinner?
No, I don't know. I mean, we can go by McDonald's.
That's right. We did that last week.
If it's open. If not, you're gonna starve.
You guys don't have a KFC?
No, we used to.
Really?
Now in Pumu and Saodong we did, and it's gone. It's been long gone. We have 2 mom's touches. And
Oh, yeah, that's right.
if you're willing to wait 30 minutes for your food.
I'm not a big fan of it.
It's okay. It's not that great. It's not bad. It's just not that great.
186 million.
Yeah. TikTok was fined 186 million won for privacy concerns. It was taking information from kids under 14, amongst other things. But TikTok's been getting a lot of blowback around the world. India, I think, is trying to ban it. The U.S. is doing stuff. I think people at Amazon is asking its workers not to use TikTok. Yeah, it's not being ethical when it comes to privacy concerns. Trouble is it's so addictive. Like I mean, getting yourself you've gone down TikTok rabbit holes, man. They're great. Yeah, that's what it was. At first, I mean, when I first saw TikTok, I didn't do it much because it just looked like jailbait dancing sexy. That does not interest me. But then I started liking stuff that was more on the, like funny cat videos and silly stuff.
Funny cat videos.
I like silly stuff. And so now my TikTok feed is entertaining and not skeezy.
So I wonder how they found out with Korea.
The what?
How Korea found out about it. They're tapping into the privacy.
Well, because they're not following the rules that a lot of Korean apps have to follow, where you're not really supposed to. You're not supposed to take any information from teenagers and I mean, you can just look. Anyone can look inside the code and see what's going on, and it's been made public pretty much by lots of people who went to the code, TikTok's code, that it's sipping everything and giving it to the Chinese government.
Oh, yeah. Did they ever find those? Or at least those Canadians that were kidnapped by Huawei or something?
No.
Well, they wouldn't say they were spying on Huawei, but they said that they just disappeared at the airport.
Yep.
Wow. What's your opinion about that?
Free Michael Spavor.
The whole 5G thing. You think Huawei's behind it?
What 5G thing?
That the 5G is what's
What is causing coronavirus?
No. Like Huawei's got all the patents pretty much on 5G, so they're saying that their technology is actually infiltrating all around the world, and they're using it for like spy tech, tracing, tracking.
Part of me wants to say conspiracy theory, but on the other hand, China just doesn't have a good track record on playing ethically.
There's a subway over here.
Yeah, there is a subway.
Let's do that. The healthy choice.
You can do that too.
Just over here, right?
Yep.
So I think there's some legit concern about it. I mean, even down in Pyeongtaek, they don't allow any of the Huawei stuff around there, any towers or anything. So I think Trump had a little bit of some
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
some
Well.
truth behind that. So.
Well, a broken clock is right twice a day. Yeah.
It is interesting that they were the first company that got all these patents. So we're at their mercy to get 5G, and we all want 5G.
Yeah. Okay, we're We're back. We're gonna see if we can try to stay in frame. We had to try this place. Excellent. And you got the original, and I got the unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
This is the original here. Let me get that for you. I'm scared. I don't know how you get these out.
Here's this one, right?
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Thanks.
There you go.
Excellent it is.
And lots of napkins. So they're in these types of things. Now we've had egg slut from just opened, and there's lines down the block. But before egg slut got here, there are all these sort of like egg slut copycat places. I saw the way they did the egg was not at all like egg slut does, but it's kind of Korean style. But I kind of like this. She's making an omelet and folding all of this stuff inside it. You can actually see the airplane. We're near the airport. So this is the unbelievable, and it's stuffed with bacon,
Original.
mozzarella, American cheese, chili sauce, ham. Let's see. It had some interesting. And it's on a nice, like, Texas, not really Texas toast. Yeah, it is Texas toast. Does it look like Texas? Yeah.
Come on. Texas. Love it.
Oh my God.
Not bad, huh?
That's pretty good. That's pretty excellent. You know what? We always complain about Korean stuff being too sweet, but it's a slight bit of sweetness in this, and I don't mind it. I think it actually works here. You see the way they kind of fold the omelet on the top like that. But it's delicious toast.
Yeah. That's how long since I had Texas toast. I don't know if it's actually Texas toast or just a good version.
No, it's obviously a Texas toast because she split it. It was already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, so this one, we were saying that we saw this pop up around. Maybe it's just in this part of Seoul that this excellent is. Hold on. I'm mooning everyone. Let me pull up my pants. This one is in the in Pugmu Station, and we're sitting outside of a GS25 right now. And so we had to buy some chips, and I got us some ganjang chicken, so some soy sauce chicken flavored chips.
You got the garlic chips.
I got garlic chips on mine. I got so many fun things on mine. All right, I'm definitely coming back here. Putting the chips out Korean style.
Thanks.
You see how our table's laid out. Well, we're gonna wrap up the show. All right. So anyway, thank you for joining us for driving in Korea today. Searching again for that fabled Burger King drive-thru, which I think does not exist. I think it just came to Tim in a dream.
I swear I saw it.
It is no. It's.
We'll get it before then. Before the month's over.
Yeah.
I'm a
I'll walk naysayer.
there if I have to.
Doesn't exist. I think Tim's lying to me.
Well, just an excuse to drive around with you, Joe, for like a couple hours.
Yeah,
I'm
great.
trying to find it.
Yeah, dealing with my driving.
Yeah.
Right. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed it, and as much as we're having fun. Until next time, stay safe.
Stay safe. Stay home. Stay safe.
The Seoul Podcast is produced by Joe McPherson and is copyrighted 2020 by Zen Kimchi International under the Creative Commons license. Parts of this podcast may be used for non-commercial purposes if you remember to give us credit. You can contact us at sejong@seoulpodcast.com. That's SEJONG@seoulpodcast.com. For a transcript of this episode, listen to it again and write down what you hear. Please support us at patreon.com/SeoulPodcast.